Hi all. Another thing that I'm doing just for me really, but I know some of these might end up being episodes depending on what I'm discussing or what comes up. But I'm sure a lot of you know from my prior videos, I was hospitalized up until last week Tuesday for a partial small bowel obstruction. I am prone to these. A lot of us cancer survivors are because we've had surgeries on our bowels and our abdomen, and that increases our risk of obstructions due to adhesions and scar tissue. And I had a lot of stress. My Facebook friends know I had to put my poor dog down on Thursday, and I ended up in the hospital on Sunday. My body just does not like stress. So I definitely need to find a new way to deal with my stress. And I find that this might be a really good outlet. I'm really bad at journaling. I'm really bad at finding that time to sit down and write out my feelings. And I also find it kind of therapeutic that I can go back to my videos or my photos and find that moment in time and see my emotions, feel my emotions, and see how far I've come or what I was going through, or, just kind of re-emphasize what I've overcome. And so maybe this is something that would be great for you guys too if you're not really into journaling, but you do want to kind of keep a record of what you're doing. So I want to start this off as my first official journal entry, possibly becoming a YouTube channel video, personal video in my personal playlist. But this has to do with grief, and I know I've posted videos before about grief, but grief is real. Survivor's guilt is real when we lose someone from the CRC community. We all experience survivor's guilt and wondering why we're here and why that person is gone, especially when we lose a child. But the main thing that I want to get through today is I've spent the past 3 days in a really, really dark, difficult place, feeling like I was drowning, just feeling like I was just being pulled down underwater, grasping at that water and just getting nowhere near the top. And today, I finally have my head above the water and I can see the sunshine. I can see the clouds. I'm still in the water of grief, but my head is up and I'm able to breathe. And I think we all know that feeling. I lost a really close friend of 20 years on Sunday. And it was tragic. And it was traumatic, and it was unexpected. And I don't want to go into the personal, private things of my friend Sunil's life out of respect for him or the circumstances of his death. But I do want to focus on the kind of friend he was. Sunil was a brother to me. I met him through a high school friend of mine. He's my high school friend's cousin. And we just bonded and we loved each other always. And he was one of those few people in my life that always made me know that I was loved. Even without saying it, because he didn't really say it much. He didn't say it much until the end when I saw him recently in December and, the months before that. But he was able to show that he loved me and he cared about me and he would always be there for me. And he was always there for me. If my car broke down, he was there. If I was having a hard time at home, he was there. Boyfriend problems, he was there. If I was just having a hard day, he was there. If I was having a good day, he was there. He was my sunshine and rain and ride or die friend. And so is his brother, Radesh. And I just want to say that I love them. I appreciate them. I miss Sunil deeply. The grief I feel, the pain I feel. It's like one of the worst feelings in the world. And I can't imagine him being gone. But as my mom always says, death is a part of life. But when somebody dies young, it's just hard for me to see it that way. And I know a lot of us know how I'm feeling right now. He was not a part of our colorectal cancer community, but he was my family. And so if I'm your family, he's your family too. And I just want to memorialize who Sunil was, how funny he was, how much I'm going to miss him calling me names, and insulting me in a loving way. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss his hugs. I'm going to miss his love. I'm going to miss his friendship. I'm going to miss his support. I'm going to miss being able to call him or text him. I'm going to just miss him being here. I miss him already. And I don't know how to wrap my head around him being gone or how he was gone, the circumstances, but I'm trying. And I just want to say that I really appreciate the support of everyone. And I really appreciate all the love and outpouring of just everyone understanding how I feel with the loss of my friend. My family, I'm trying to wrap my head around this, and I hope that tomorrow I'll be able to have a better entry with something a bit happier. But right now I'm just absolutely heartbroken, and I'm not drowning in grief like I was the past 3 days, but I'm still treading water. I'm trying to tread for as long as I can to keep my head above water in this grief journey that I'm now embarking on for my friend Sunil, and that I've been on for so many of my my cancer community friends. This one just hurts different, and it hurts. I actually physically hurt. I have physical pain, not just emotional pain or mental anguish, and I'm just trying to cope. But I thank you all for your support. It does mean a lot to me, and it is helping me to get through, knowing that I have others who know and understand what I'm feeling right now, and that are behind me and that love me, and I value you. I value your friendship. I value your support. I value your comments, your calls, your texts, your messages. I value it. I don't take it lightly. I haven't been able to respond to everyone because, when you're in grief, you don't really want to be on Facebook. You just kind of want to just lay there and just be in a cave with no sound, no light, no nothing. Just be. And that's what I've been doing. And that's how I've been able to cope. That's my coping mechanism, I guess, is to curl up in a ball in a cave. And it's been working for me, so I guess I'll continue to do that for a little while. Maybe eventually I'll find a better coping mechanism, but for now that's it. But this is what I've been going through for the past 3 days. It's funny how I finally was alive since after I got discharged. I think I went through withdrawal because I went cold turkey from all the meds they were giving me while I was in the hospital. And I think it just really hit me. It was rough. It was chills, and then being hot, and then being cold, and pulling the blanket on, pulling the blanket off, feeling like I'm going crazy, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all of it. I went through it. So I went through 3 days of that, and then now 3 days of grief, and it's been a really rough week. And I guess in all journal entries, this is kind of all over the place because it's just my thoughts. anybody who's watched this long, I appreciate you. But yeah, it's been a rough week for me, getting out of the hospital, going through the withdrawal and being alone and being scared and having anxiety. It's been a rough week losing my friend on the weekend when I was just pulling through, feeling better and able to move around and actually be productive. And kind of having this fall back where I'm back into that deep hole of just wanting to be alone and just being in my bed and not feeling well. But I'm trying to see the rainbows and see the sunshine and the beautiful clouds and the green grass. And I'm going to try to live my life the way Sunil would have wanted me to live it. And I'm going to try to remember him the best way that I can and to honor him the best way I can, because that's what he deserves and that's what he would want. I do know that when I cry, he would probably be laughing and be looking at this. He'd be like, look at this tough girl I cry over me. She must really love me. And I really do love him. And I hope he knows how much I loved him over these 20 years. And I will continue to love him. Grief is just that I don't know how to get that love to him. I don't have a way. And I think that's what grief is, that love that we no longer are able to express and give to our loved ones. It's that love that's just stuck in our hearts that we can't get out and give and just hug somebody and say, I love you. We don't have that, and we have to find other ways. And I'm going to find a special way to honor him today, whether it's doing a piece of artwork in his memory or something. But maybe going to the beach, going fishing, which I've never done, but he loved to do something. But yeah, grief is real. Grief is hard. It's the most difficult, most incomprehensible, irrational, most complicated of emotions I have ever felt in my life. And it's something I'm trying to get used to, but I still haven't found the way to cope yet. So if anybody has any pointers, put them in the comments, message me, tell me how you deal with grief, because I need your help. Because I suck at this. I cry and I cry and I cry and I just break down. And I need your help. So if you have some pointers for me, put them in the comments, message me, reach out to me, because I really need the help to deal with this and to be able to cope and manage the waves of grief as they will come through the following days and months. Like I said, I appreciate all of you. I love all of you. And I do think that this will become an episode. I am going to just post it because this is real and this is something we all go through. And whether it's a CRC community friend or just a friend that we've had in our lives, it's grief and it's hard and it hurts like, oh, hell. And it's hard to process. It's hard to navigate. It's like a storm in the ocean. It's like being out in the open, wide, dark waters of night and just trying to claw your way up. And then trying to tread water until you can finally swim to shore or someone comes to help you along. I'm hoping I can learn to process grief so I can help others to do so. I'm hoping that maybe this video will help someone. If it does, please let me know. But yes, this is what I've been feeling and navigating for the past week since I got out of the hospital. And I hope now you understand why I wasn't able to say, hey, I'm home. I've just been going through it for the past week. So, thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your support. Let's continue to survive. Let's continue to thrive. Let's continue to live. Let's continue to enjoy life because it's meant to be enjoyed. None of us know how much time we have, and none of us know when our friends will be grieving us. So let's let our friends know that we love them. Let's let our loved ones and our family know that we love them. And let's give people the love that we can give them before they're gone and we're not able to give that love and we're stuck with this unending grief. That's my message for today, January 25th. That's my message for all of you that I care about who are my friends and all watching. I appreciate you watching this video, and I would love to hear your feedback on what you think. I'm grateful to be alive, and I will continue to be grateful to be alive. And my friend being gone makes me grateful for today and waking up, because he didn't. And I am grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for just being able to be here and maybe helping some of you, even one of you. It makes me feel fulfilled knowing that I'm able to help somebody by sharing my journey. This is life after cancer. This is life during cancer. We lose friends. So continue living. Live your best life while you can. Don't wait. We can't wait. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. So let's make the most of today. And if we're blessed with it tomorrow, let's seize that day as well. Let us seize all our todays and tomorrows for as long as we have them. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I hope to see you later. Bye.